Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Trinket with Trinket Gaming. Today is going to be something different. We're going to do a match review between Nuttyfessor and Crowdog. Nuttyfessor contacted me and said, hey, take a look at this game, tell me what you think. And I love to do that, of course. I also am a little bit honored because I have played Nuttyfessor twice, and twice I have lost. So the fact that he even cares about my opinion is funny. He's very good against Chaos, and he plays Dark Elves. I'm a longtime Dark Elf coach. I find the Chaos matchup for Dark Elves is usually pretty good versus both Chaos and Nurgle, but it really depends on how bad does Claw fucking beat you up. And you can see Crowdog's got 3 Claw. He's got, here's 1, here's 2, and here's 3. Only one of them has Tackle. So that goes good. Nuttyfessor's going to get, yeah, he's got 2 Appos, and he's got the Wizard. I believe that's all he's got. And no bench. Nuttyfessor's a good coach, man. Like I said, he's beaten me twice. He's really good in this particular matchup. So I'm interested to see how this goes and why he wanted me to look at it. I'm going to try and do this in about 45 minutes. I'm going to try and limit pauses because I got stuff to do this afternoon, but I didn't have much time to get it in. I wanted to get it in before tomorrow because tomorrow I play Crowdog. Quick snap. So it looks like, who won the toss? Clon Order won the toss and chose to kick. I think that's smart on Chaos's choice. You always want Elves to go on offense first. Savage Kit Kat, this guy does everything for him. You see, he's been rebuilding his team. He's actually been in Division 2 or Tier 2, bounced back and forth between 2 and 3 for a long time. Infernal Multi-Way has been around for a minute and survived a lot of these super nasty clocks. This is really impressive as far as a Dark Elf longevity goes. This is the 87 dude, a strength 4 87. I've definitely tried to kill that guy. Actually, my next 2 games, or my game tomorrow is against Crowdog, the game after that is against Nuttyfessor. So I was interested in this game anyway, so of course I wanted to look at it. There's a couple ways to approach the Dark Elf versus Chaos matchup when they have tons of Claw and you have a Wizard. One way to do it, and I don't think it's a bad way, is to try and score super fast, like in 2 or 3 turns, and then use the Wizard in the same half so that ideally you go into the second half up 2-0. Then all you got to do is slow him down on his half. And the reason I like that strategy is because you might run out of pieces by the end of the second half if you're getting beat on by Claw all game long. So it's good to get that 2-0 cushion and then just try to hang on and slow him down. This is the guy you really got to protect yourself with. He doesn't have a bribe. Dark Elves don't usually foul, but I do this a lot too. You try to get those hits on Beastmen. You want to get the hits on Beastmen because of the 88, right? You want to try and remove them. If you can start removing Chaos, you're going to win the game. If you can remove like 2 or 3 Beastmen, you're going to win the game. But a lot of times what happens is you end up getting stuck like this where he just bases you up because you're right there next to him. I debate back and forth. I might have, I don't know. As a Dark Elf coach, I a lot of times go around Chaos and do that 2 or 3 score touchdown. But you also have to be careful. This Sacker right here is fucking super amazing. He's, AG4 with leaping very long. He's at 2+ lack. There's a leap on 2+, and then he sacks you at strength 4 because of horns. A little bit of a frenzy trap himself there, and now he is stuck in by a whole bunch of dudes. That's not good. This is going to be tough because there's guard right. Yeah, there you go. That's 2 died there. You definitely want to get this guy out. That's unfortunate. This is where I think you don't want to be as Dark Elves. You don't want to have your guys in base-to-base contact. Like I may have where Nutty just moves back a little bit. You do have to stand and fight as Dark Elves, but you can't. It's going to take 1, 2, 3 hits plus the blitz, so 4 hits. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, that sucked. I probably would have just done the dodge there, but I see what he was going for. He's trying to save himself a hit, so he's gonna get hit. He could get hit up to 4 times. Ball is safe though. This piece is awesome. can see that Crowdog's plan is just to base the Elves, which is not a bad plan. He doesn't really have, he only got like 1, 2, he's got 2 tackle. He's going to blitz at this guy every fucking turn. That's what I would do if I were him. It's a strip baller right here. That's probably Nutty's most dispensable blitzer other than the rookie. The strip ball is nice, but it doesn't have leap or anything. So if you're Nuttyfessor here, right here, what do you do, right? Like, I think job 1 needs to be get the fuck out, like, just disengage. When I'm playing against Chaos at Dark Elves, I really like to separate them. Like, I try to spread the field apart as much as I possibly can. And I do that because Chaos is kind of slow. There is no frenzy, so this is safe. Looks like he's going to try and hit this dude, probably with... Oh, that guy right there. Does he put that guy right there? Sidestepper's okay to put him in the line of scrimmage. Especially if he's got strength 4. I don't mind this at all because he's getting away from this guy. This is the guy that Crowdog wants to blitz every single turn. Yeah, see, this is good. I like these kind of things because you're spreading them out, right? Like, Crowdog has to invest resources in protecting this guy and guarding her. He's pretty much got to use this dude. I guess he could use this guy. He's got to both guard over here and protect this. I think this is a great move. I like to do this too. You send somebody out there by themselves, essentially, and the Chaos or the slow team has to send somebody out there. Otherwise, you just have an easy give it to this guy. He throws it to her, and she scores. I fall into this trap a lot myself, where I pin myself against a sideline against Chaos. I don't like it because I'm getting frustrated. I try my best not to do it. You both want to spread them out, but you also don't want to pin yourself. He does have a nice little alley if you want it. This is going to be a blitz, I believe. Either that or this. Hopefully this AG5 guy. Oh, wow. I would not have picked that target, but okay. Does burn a reroll. Hopefully Legion lives. He does. Oh, no follow-up. He doesn't have pylon. Okay. So, does Nutty want to score now, or does he want to draw it out? Looks like he wants to draw it out a little bit. I like picking on this Sacker guy. This guy's super dangerous, and that KO is huge, especially if he doesn't come back. I really like picking on that Sacker dude. Now you can be much more secure with the ball as the Dark Elves, because you don't have to worry about a guy leaping into your cage. Looks like he's going to try and score this turn. I hand to the AG5. 2+. He's 2+2+, I imagine. Oh no! That is unlucky. I like that plan though. Give it to him. It's just a 2+2+, and then probably a 2+, maybe a 3+. I like that plan. So that's bad, but at the same time, he did get the sacker off the ball, so it's not a catastrophe. He's only down 2 elves. As of right now. Let's see what happens here. See all these guys based up. Slicer. This is what happens when you're an elf and you snake eye something. You a bunch of elves fucking based up and you just take a beating. Oh my goodness, what a turn for Crowdog. I have not seen this game before. I know the outcome, but I have not seen the game before. But holy cow, that snake eye's really, really fucked. Try to dodge away with his ball carrier. That leaves this guy hittable. He's got a strength 4, I believe, right? Or does he still pitch? He's right there. Oh, he burns a fireball on offense. Oh, and gets it. Holy cow, what a great fireball. I like this, blitzing with this guy instead of this guy. A, he's got wrestle, so he's a sacker. But B, she's got AG5, so she can pick the ball up. Oh, no. Fuck. Yeah, I like this, too. He's got to protect the ball now, right? Since it landed on this guy. He wanted to pick it up with her and then throw it over here. Or throw it to him in the end zone. And this right here actually really illustrates what I talked about having this threat down here. Crowdog's got nothing for this dude, right? Like, as long as Nutty holds on to the ball this turn, he's going to score next turn. And he's going to have burned most of the half doing it. Because there's only one dude over here. This guy will clear this dude. He'll throw it to the fucking witch elf and she'll score. Which means Crowdog has to go after this ball. Like this, I love this move over here. This is great. So far, I think Nutty's... his recovery has been really solid. I mean, having the wizard really helps. It's going to make defense a little dicey, especially if he doesn't get these KOs back, but I don't think he had any other choice, really. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. Just a pow on the blodger right off the fucking top. But does he have anybody go get that ball? See, Kit Kat can go get that ball. Yeah, I think Kit Kat's going to pick this ball up and then fucking keep it down to this chick and risk the interception. That's what I would do. Fucking one on the failure. Passes through, and it gets no intercept, so, you know. Yeah. Oh, he fails. Jesus. Nothing is working for Nutty. I mean, you're dark. When I'm a dark elf coach, and when this kind of shit happens to me, I'm just failing everything. I get so fucking frustrated, especially when you're going against a claw team that you know can just remove you at any fucking moment. He's still doing okay. He's got the two AG4 guys over here compared to the other Beastman. He's actually surprised he put that guy there because he needs to move this guy back. Yeah, I think Crowdog made a mistake there. He needed to prioritize getting more bodies over here. Savage Kit Kat, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 can clear this dude with a GFI. And then all she's got to do is do a 2+ dodge, 3+ pickup, 2+ dodges. Diving tackle does a thing! That's great. Except for puts him on his ass. So this guy needs to jump up. Okay, so right here, before he did this, he should have moved all these elves. I mean, I know his plan is to score this turn, but you definitely don't, if it fails, you definitely want these guys on defense at the very least. You want them on their feet. So this dude and this dude should have at least stood up and moved someplace. I mean, maybe you don't move this guy up because he's got to do a 3+ dodge. You got to do a 3+, 2+ to get out. But at least these two guys should have got stood up. Okay, instead of doing the GFIs and him with this dude, this is fine. Probably smarter. And we'll see a 2, 3, 2 score. One at a time, I like that. That's what you should do. It's done this perfect. Score. So I basically like everything I saw in that half from Nutty. The only thing I didn't really like was turn 2 when he let himself get based all over the place. You need to make sure you limit your hits against Chaos, especially a Chaos that's got as many kill stacks as Crowdog does. I would have been a little more cautious. Everything else I liked going hard to the right and setting up the tunnel. I think that's a good play, and then setting the one guy around. The other thing you can do, which he didn't do, but you could, when you go hard up one side, and you have this guy over here, this safety valve, you have somebody like right here, so that if you move the ball, this ball is down here, so we didn't need to. But if you move this up into this tunnel, right, and you're here, he's gonna bring his whole team over here. You can move this guy back here, give it to this dude, who then gets it to this guy, and she goes. He didn't have to do that because his ball was back here anyway on an AG5 because he's got a great AG5. But I liked everything about it except for turn 2, basically, when he was stuck. It was unfortunate. He took more hits than he needed to because of that Snake Eyes, but that's not his fault. Otherwise, I think he recovered well. I probably would have used the Fireball there. I don't think at that point you're probably trying to, like, I need to make sure I salvage a tie out of this game. Yeah, but now he's giving himself a chance to win, right? Especially since he just lost a turn, which was awesome for him. Losing a turn for Elves is awesome for Elves in this matchup because it means you get hit one less turn. So now he's guaranteed the 1-0, at least a tie, unless he loses all of his pieces. Like Chaos would have to push really hard. The Elves would have to let him score essentially in 2 to 3 turns for Crowdog to get him both. To get both the score, turnover score. And he's only down 1 elf. Like, he's in a good spot. I don't know what happens right here. Since I say that, the board goes. Anton, strip baller. Oh, movement allowance. I don't know if I would have used the Apo there. I mean, it's only a movement allowance on a guy who only has 2 skills. I would guess I'd ask myself how often I use that strip ball. For me, I'm saving that. He's got 2 Apos, so let me back that up. He does have 2 Apos, and maybe he was hoping that Apo would turn into a sub. But I might have eaten that one. If it was a badly hurt with my extra Apo, I would have taken it. But since it was a permanent, and when your reroll doesn't mean automatic sub, I might have taken that. That piece really isn't that important. I would say my Apo for this guy, and her. And maybe her. Yeah, because she only needs 1 more touchdown with 3 skill. And maybe even this guy, because you don't want to play with 2 rerolls. I imagine Nuttyfessor is running about 15 to 1600 TV right now. If he loses this leader, he's going to be in a bad way. Oh, bonus! No, it's a rookie. If he loses his leader, it's going to be in a bad way because fucking Dark Elf rerolls are expensive. He's got to save up for it while also, replacing his losses. I don't know about going all the way back here on defense. I do like to be back. I like to be back about here. I like to be back 5 or 6 squares. I feel like that gives me plenty of time to react to what the offense is doing. And also, if it's a short kick, I can maybe go get it on a blitz or something. With him being all the way back here, he's not giving himself a chance to be aggressive, right? He's only playing reactive. But I do like being back, like right about here. Here or here is where I like to be. Against murder teams. Yeah, Soul is pretty deep. Too deep, I think. Especially these 2 AG5s. I swore I turned that off. Didn't I turn off Auto Center? Did. So he's at 8 Elves against 10 Chaos, so it's not terrible yet. I'm curious of what it's going to do. Usually when you're Dark Elves, you have a couple options on defense against Chaos. You can do an Olay defense, although Olays are better in the first half than they are in the second half. Because if you did an Olay in the second half, an Olay is where you go off to one side and let him take the other side. If you did the Olay in the second half, you're just basically giving him the tie because he's going to take it. Right? He's like, oh, well, I have a free tie. I'll just take that tie. In the first half, I think it's stronger. So what I would do here is I would do a guide. I would try to guide him towards one, especially now that I'm down Elves. Oh, sorry. I would try to push him to one sideline or the other. And when I say push him, I would basically do a crooked line. Like, if I wanted him to go right, I would basically have like my Elf screen here, my Elf screen here, my Elf screen here. And you would push him down this side. That way I only have to guard the front and the side, because the sideline does the rest of the work. It looks like he's going to go with a no defense. It's a bow tie. I've never seen this. So I'm interested to see how it's gonna work out. I can't say I've never seen this. I have done a defense like this, and this is exactly what happens. The chaos or the murder team then spreads out, so you can't really get by them. Yeah, so it's if you're gonna let him score fast, it's not terrible. What he should do now, if it was me, what I would do now, and it looks like he's just waving the white flag because he can't protect the whole field with what he has. He only has 8 elves, and 2 of them are behind the line. I would send everybody over here, try and save from this guy, or just take the 4+ dodge. I would reroll there too. That was definitely a mistake on Crowdog's part. I think an elf takes that every day. I didn't even see it. Bobby's right. I got a bunch of Dark Elf coaches in chat. It's awesome. I don't hate that 4+ for the sack, especially with the Strength 4 guy. I think that's great. That makes it harder for him to clear. I do like this. Because now Crowdog's split in half. Like all these guys are over here, but all these elves are cutting him off of the ball. And Crowdog is stuck at the point where he's got to fill these gaps, so these sidesteps don't just keep him on the ball. Ooh, hooked up skull. I wonder why Crowdog left him that gap. I think he was trying to cover too much. And none of these guys have tackles, so these are as safe as they could be. He's gonna get smashed right now. Rerolls already gone, so we gotta take that. He might need to try and score. He's gonna try and back up. I mean, he's got 2 AG5s that can just sneak right through there. Looks like he chose not to. So if that had been just a push, I guess he could have moved this guy through. The AG5 still could have done 2+2+2+. 1, 2, 3. He could have gotten there. I mean, it was worth it because he's got wrestle, right? He's got 50% chance to knock this guy down. But if it's just a push, I guess he could leave this. He could still get there because he could leave this guy over too. I think you're about to get sacked, Mr. Crowdog. Use her too. Oh no! I'm assuming this is a blitz, and the icon just didn't pop up. Yep. Soul. So Soul's asking, let me pause real quick. Soul is asking, should he take that sack every time? I would take any 4+ with dodge, especially if they don't have fucking tackle. It's a 75% chance to get that ball out. I would take that every single time. I know that now he was only getting a 1 die because of all the guard around him, but still 1 die on the ball carrier. And then worst comes to worst, you have your strength 4 sidestepper on the ball. So yes, basically if I ever see a 4+ cage dive, I take it every single time. Another common 4+ cage dive is when somebody's got a guy here and a guy here and the ball carrier right here. Coming up the sideline itself is a 4+. So all you gotta do is stop this assist, and this is a 4+, and I take those all day long. Now if you go straight through, it's a 5+, so it's only 54% with the dodge skill. But coming through here, it's 75%. So yeah, anytime you see a misshaped cage like that, you should look at it. Did he have tackle on the blitzer? No, the strength 4 blitzer? Yes, he does. The guy who went for the sack is what you're asking me. Yes, he does. I might have left that guy there. Especially with no reroll, I might have just left that dude there. I see what he was trying to do, but I would have moved probably this guy first. Because if he falls on his face, at least he's not getting hit by fucking Claw Mighty Blow tackle. The loner was fine. I would have left that loner there. The loner rolled 1 anyway, so he would have his strength 4 would have fallen on his face, but he wouldn't have been hit by Mighty Blow. So Bobby, you're here. You're an excellent Dark Elf coach. If I'm here right now, well, I mean now he's got the ball. Now you have to try and stop it. What I was gonna say is, do you disengage and go to a normal defense? Just try to slow him down because you're just trying to stall out right here, right? You have 5 turns. Either that, or you're trying to make him score fast enough that you can counter. So this is another 4+ with his Sacker, with the Savage. This is actually, because this guy's AG5, this is actually a 3+. 3+ for the 1 die, as long as you stop this. I was going to use the Leaper instead. Oh no! That was a good plan though, man. Well, hold on. Could he have just... He was here, right? Oh, I guess I see what he was trying to do. He was trying to go here and then leap. Why was he doing that, though? I don't understand this dodge he did. Like, he's got leap. If he's trying to sack this guy, it was an uphill. Whether he goes from here or from here, it's an uphill, right? They're both uphills. I mean, he would have snaked the leap anyway, but let's just... here nor there. The dodge doesn't make sense to me because you leap in here, you're still against this guard, you're still doing an uphill. Whereas if you're here and just leap into here, it's also an uphill. I mean, you're an uphill into an uphill, or you're an uphill into an uphill. Either way, you're a half die and a half die, a half die and a half die. Like, why do this dodge? Why don't you just leap from there? Again, he would have failed anyway. But I think he should have just leaped from there to the cage. Assuming he was going for the ball. I can't tell by the replay. And the uphill's not bad there, I don't think. When your strength 4 fucking level 6 blitzer takes a Claw Mighty Blow hit, you are worried. Yeah, that's the other thing, Bobby, and I said that at the very beginning. He could have used Savage Kit that cat there. As long as he canceled that assist, it could have been a 1 die on a 3+. 3+ with dodge, so it was a 1 and 9 to get in there instead. All he had to do was do a 3+, 2+ to go there. And I like that play the best. But I understand wanting to use your leaping sacking witch to sack. It makes sense. He could have done that, but he could have done that turn better. So Soul's saying he's doing it that way because he wanted to push into the other witch. Or have the ball land where the AG5 witch could get it. Which that makes sense. So I didn't think about that. So by pushing him from that side without doing that dodge, he could have pushed it towards the other witch. But I mean, it's a 4+ dodge, and then you're doing a 4 or a 3+ jump leap. I still don't like the way he did it, but that does make sense. I see where you're coming from. That's being wicked greedy. But because of his pressure with that weird defense he had back here, when Crowdog let him have that shot in the chance, so he was super passive. But as soon as Crowdog gave him a shot, he went for it, and he was wicked aggressive afterwards, which I really like. And because of his aggression, now he's got 4 turns to win the game. So, I mean, I've never seen anybody do anything like that. Just go all the way back like that. I've done it on offense, but on defense, I've never done that. And Chaos got overconfident. It was kind of, so that's a new defense, kind of like a modified Olay, right? Like you're daring them to be aggressive. Like, but if Crowdog had just done a normal cage there, I don't think it would have worked. I'm curious. I mean, that was a mistake on Crowdog. This is an interesting defense by Chaos. I've never seen that before. get your guy hit. Oh, that one. I've never seen that before. I think Crowdog got bailed out right there. Took a mighty blow hit on his killer. That's nice. I mean, so if I'm looking at this, and I like what he's doing, I kind of like what he's doing. If it's me, I'm going to hit one side really hard and forget about the other side. And if it's me, I'm going to, like he wanted to blitz that guy, clearly. And if that's your main priority, I would send everybody this direction. I would send all my elves, and then these two guys that are movement 5 are going to take 2, they're going to get here in 1 turn, and by the time they get to you, you're going to be way down here. I would take this kind of setup and take an opportunity to really hit one of these alleys, full speed, wicked, full stop. Let's send everybody into these gaps. And then I'm splitting his team in half, right? And these two guys are out of the play. Now, if you don't care so much about hitting the Claw Mighty Blow guy, I would rather have gone this way because these two guys both have Claw Mighty Blow. And this guy just has Mighty Blow, so I probably would have gone this way. But if you really want to hit that guy, which I fully understand, I think hitting the Mighty Blow is important, and he just handed it to you, then you should go full speed to one side. Solstice is a reason I haven't seen that before. See, with what he did, now he split his own elves up. And these guys are going to be in the play, and they're going to trap these two guys. And I don't like that. I wish he had gone hard to one side. Like, he spread himself out for you. Like, let him be spread out. Now he's just... Now you came in one, like elves are best when they're working in space, and you just gave up all that space he gave you. I don't know if that makes sense. Crispy Karn takes an injury. Just badly hurt. He's still got another app also. This has been an unusual game. I'm glad that Nutty asked me to watch it. He's gonna go up. Is he gonna throw to this guy? Or is he gonna try and set up a screen? He's just gonna throw to him and go for the 3+. I don't hate that either, to be honest. He's gonna score? Nope. Perfect. And then he's gonna set up a screen here and here. Oh, you got 1 reroll left. I think you got to use it there. Oh, even for the blitz. I love it. Okay. And gets the armor break. What? Golden. This guy here is pretty nasty. 2 heads, AG4 with dodge. You definitely got to stop him. That's what you're doing. This guy like right here. That'll work too. And then just see if you can get the guy over there, right? Look at this one. That's exactly how I would have done it too. Like doing that guy last, you go ahead and do all those dodges. Sometimes those work. Yeah, he has given up a lot of needless block, and part of that was right. He just, I don't like the way he attacked this odd defense. But to be fair, you only have like you have about 4 minutes to attack a defense you've never seen before. You're like, what do I do against this, right? It's easier for me because I have no pressure. I'm not playing the game. The game's over. But I definitely like in that case hitting one side. That is all you need, and then he can just go score next turn. Crowdog putting his own scoring threat out there. He's starting to realize. Like Crowdog has no way. It's basically a 2+, but there's no reroll. So this is smart on Crowdog's part because if he rolls a 1, that ball can go anywhere. I don't know what Crowdog was trying to do there. I don't think he could have reached that ball. He might have been able to like base it, but like if let's say Crowdog, let's say he made all these rolls. And I think this is as far as he can get. Let's say he got right there. He just gets surfed, right? This guy just goes right there and he surfs him. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish by cutting these corners so thin, other than, I mean, can I see? So he's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, so he could get there, but it's a lot of dodges. 2 plus 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 2 plus. I don't know. I don't know about this. I mean, that must have been what he was trying to do. But even if he gets there, he just gets surfed. I don't understand what he was trying to do there. We have to watch all this again because the fast forward and pause functions suck. So this, he fails this. He makes the next one. Does he go here or is he going here? We'll find out when he lands. Yeah, he was trying to cut right through there. But then he just gets, I don't like that play by Crowdog. Which guy scored? Wacko Tricks? I don't know who Wacko Tricks is. I wasn't watching. Is that the rookie? Oh, that's his leader. I think leader. I mean, he's a decent coach. He's pretty high up in OCC too, and I played him before. Like he's good at the claw team. That's pretty much all he plays. Like I said, I'm not a fan of leader, especially in internal leagues, because I mean he's replacing pieces all the time in this league because it's just all nonstop bash. And all these guys have injuries on him. He's got a rookie already. If he loses this guy, he's playing 2 rerolls for a long time. Did it on alignment, a naked alignment too. That's ballsy. This guy, he only had leader in the very beginning, but that makes sense. Like when the team's very fresh and you only have 2 rerolls, you get a double on alignment. I can see that. I don't hate it, but I would definitely want to. Oh, KG's in. Nice. K Delus. This is just a replay, KG. Wacko Trick. That's the guy that scored. Wacko Tricks. Stop it. I want to look at this fucking guy. So he scored on a lineman, but he had other options. I would not have scored on the lineman. And this is kind of just a top-level reasoning. I think when you get to high-level TV, you actually need pieces like this who can just get hit. Because you're replacing everything else. I would not have invested SPP into this guy, especially since he had this guy right there and like somebody else. He had 2 other pieces that could have gotten that touchdown other than the rookie lineman. I think you need some rookie linemen to take LOS hits. And you need to beef up your other guys. Crowdog just trying to cause some damage here on his way out the door. I think this is a really well played. So, I mean, there was mistakes on both sides, but I think Nuttyfessor did a really good job of capitalizing on Crowdog's mistakes, whereas I don't think Crowdog did as well counter-capitalizing. He got the removals. Like, he got what he needed. Yeah, this is an interesting game, man, for sure. This is a fun game, man. Like, I imagine it was tense from both sides. The biggest mistake, I think, was Crowdog's leaving that 4+ dodge to the ball carrier. I think every elf coach I know is going to take that 4+ dodge. Every single time. For a 1 die, done. Did not blitz with his mighty blow. Which I would have. I would have definitely should have. Yeah, Bob, or yeah, Bobby, I would have planned for the draw too. Lord Galaxy. This guy's got a niggle too. 5 breaks to 14. That's appropriate. So you don't want to take any more than 40 blocks, especially against Chaos. So he took a little extra. But I will say this: he did have that one Snake Eyes, and after that Snake Eyes, he took like 4 or 5 extra blocks that he would not have taken otherwise. So these aren't all on him. Um, he also didn't get a chance to score on the very last turn. So he took probably 5 to 8 extra hits he wouldn't normally take. Look at that, 10 removals. 10 removals on 45 hits. So, I mean, Crowdog got what he needed to get. And, I think Nutty played really well. Just a few mistakes. Dodges, 65%. This is hard to say because he made a lot of crazy dodges too, but I think that's below average, even for that. That's tough. Catches were good. I like the way Nutty takes a proper risk. Like, he doesn't mind throwing into a 3+. I think that's fair. I think that's a good thing to do for Elves. Or picking up in 3+. KOs came back a little better than usual. Going forwards were a little bit, well, everything's on average there. That's average. Crowdog is pretty good. Pretty good. He's a little extra on both downs. His dodging was terrible, but I mean, he made some questionable dodges himself. All right, I'm going to go because my dogs are going crazy. That was Crowdog versus Nuttyfessor. Hopefully you guys got a chance to watch some of this. It was a really entertaining game. Thanks for watching. See ya!